Okay, we'll start with Twice, I Can't Stop Me. Did you choreograph this completely yourself or with someone else?
A lot of the time, the companies will get different choreographers to do it, so I'll submit all of mine and then hopefully majority gets used. So yes, for this one. I made, I think, 4 different versions of the chorus, but then it ended up an amalgamation of the first one that I did because it was meant to be the first one that we did.
Love that.
Highlight people and get them center and highlight them on the side, and it's creating new pictures every time because there's obviously 9 of them in the group, and the company wants us to like try and create these new and exciting visuals every time.
Is that why you do so much like linking and like?
For sure. I mean, it really pulls from like my crew background of interconnecting and visuals and pictures, and it works so well for them and they execute it so well.
Why is it this memorable?
Memorable movements is, I guess, the main thing that is in every email that I receive. For this one, it was about feeling restricted or feeling like you couldn't help yourself, so it was a way to be like, no, I can't stop myself. So I don't know, that's where that came from.
Nice, I love that.
Say there's like a post-chorus like this or a hook.
Yeah.
I might do like 3 different ones, and then they'll kind of pick one they like, and we're like, well, that one's memorable, so let's repeat it 3 times.
Ooh. Oh.
It's fun with them because you can break them up and give them.
There's a lot to work with.
Yeah, there's so much, and the Twice girls are like probably like one of the cleanest groups in the industry, and especially in the recent years they've matured and they're taking on like this new mature image, and they're quite womanly. So it's cool to put that mature movement on them.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I remember what was it? I like you, or something. Yeah. So this does feel very different.
Yes.
Oh, so cute.
This little hip move everyone loved.
Yeah, oh, that's so fun, so memorable.
And choreography comes out of like a joke.
Yeah, you're just hanging out, you're like, wouldn't that be funny?
Yeah, and one of my dancers, Leilani, she was just doing this hip groove and like having some fun, and we were like, look at that, let's add a hand in it and make it a thing. And
iconic.
Yeah.
You obviously made a pose that is a flower. Did they build the set around that?
Those are the things that I never know and can only assume. Different groups have different time periods, like from when I'll receive it to when the song's released.
Okay.
Very much it could be like, they were like, oh, that looks like this, so let's now build the set, or like make the creative for the video around the choreography.
Oh, that's cool. Jennie solo choreography. Unedited version.
There's intro choreography by Kyle Hanagami, and then there's some little bits at the end that I think Jennie had a say in herself, which is pretty cool. But the rest of it is mine. I was in Beijing, and I was rehearsing with these dancers, and it came out like 12 hours before, and then I like saw someone in the corner doing it, and I was like, what? I was like, it's been like 12 hours, like what is this? And just, that was a really strange moment for me.
That's interesting. Hey.
It's just so simple, like it's just a hip rock, but everyone loved it.
But you know what? It's not just about the hip rock. It's that boom drop. There's something about that that's just so satisfying. Nice.
So that's like a little, I guess, technique. If you think of like choruses are generally repeated, but pre-choruses sometimes can be repeated in a different way. So in the first time, it was all like centered, and then they like made a picture and did the drag around her arms, and then for the second pre-chorus, we like pushed it to the side, and then they all did it like this way. So it like looks different, but it's
still
the same choreography basically. So and this section that's in this bridge was actually my intro choreography. It's a similar beat, so they were like, boop.
That makes sense.
It works there, yeah.
Oh! Oh, really strong that?
Yeah. I don't think I've told anyone this before, but in the demo that I received, it was the 3rd time was Bichnan and solo again. But we had this like end choreography that we did, and we like filmed it as the main part of the thing. And then we had like 5 minutes left, and I was like, oh, girls, can we just try something else? Jess, who is my girl that stands in for Jennie, just did this slow motion part, and then we did this part, which is in the video, and we just did it in like 5 minutes, and we're like, do a slow-mo. And I'd like to think that's what made the lyric change of like now I'm going slow-mo.
Oh.
Because it wasn't in the version that I received. And then we did the slow-mo and then it said the slow-mo. Cool. I'll check with Jennie, but
check in.
Hopefully, because that would be cool.
Call her out. BLACPINK love sick girls dance practice.
I think there's something so powerful about just like girls and women standing in a straight line. One thing that's cool about this chorus, I think, and I didn't do it intentionally, so it goes like 2 switch and then the middle 2 switch and the outside 2 and then they do this, and it was, someone commented like it, and they were like, the formation never stops moving, and I was like, huh, go me.
All right, ROSÉ on the ground dance performance.
Upon the company's request and on my execution, it wasn't about her being a dancer.
Okay.
She proved that in like her BLACKPINK performances. This was about her being the superstar. Can we do something that's going to be different? I was like with my camera and I was like, we could do angles. We could do the first one. I don't have a crane, so I had my tripod out and I was filming it like this. We're like, let's do one with a top view. Let's do the second chorus with a ground view. Let's do the second one
so
looking
basically like directed it.
But yeah, for sure. So to give it something different on the whim that hopefully they might use it, and they obviously did and loved it, so.
Wow! That was a fun track. Whoa! Purposefully powerful, like one arm controlling everything?
Yeah, yes. Sometimes I think it can feel a bit much.
Yeah.
Like it's almost like a cop-out, like I'm just gonna control the whole thing. But it's a great technique to like make an artist look powerful.
Yeah. Jolin Tsai play dance version. You were how old when you made this?
I was 18. This was like my first kind of solo job, and we still work very, very, very closely together to this day. She's kind of the reason that I do everything that I do. It was through Jolin that I made the connection with J.Lo to then make the connection with BLACKPINK, and it's all Jolin. So I owe like my whole career to her. So she's amazing. And Jolin's a legend.
It's interesting because it's like it's just all in one place, at least as of right now. I don't know if it changes.
Got it.
I'm so used to K-pop now. There's just like you were talking off camera, sensory overload.
Yeah.
So it's really interesting to see like, God, we're doing this one place. We're letting the dance be the dance. And performing. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I've reformatted and like restaged the song and like changed the choreography probably like 30 times.
Really?
In different like performances and tours and.
Develop a deeper relationship then.
Yeah, with the number.
Yeah.
And correct things that like I don't like when I come back to it a couple of years later. So I guess this was a little bit more before the choreography era of like K-pop. It was nice to have those like stage PC moments before we get to the era we're in now with K-pop, where like every single move is so crisp and choreographed, and so it was nice to like have these big performing moments, you know.
Kyle, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
Just talking about so many things I wouldn't have known, a lot of these little details.
Sure, I mean, if you look at like, I don't know, an author or producers, like they do like interviews on like how they created something or how they wrote it, but you don't really get to dance as seen as more supplementative. So it's nice to dig into it and let people know like the process and stuff.